You can also create this impression that everybody in government or government is always engaged in some level of propaganda or some level of attempt to make gains from. These are essential things. This is a commitment that government has made. This is a government that has used this thing as a basis.
Eric,
done other things
we're not
in the health sector.
We're not done with our GPS system, yet we brought in the drones.
What do you mean?
I'm saying that because the GPS coordinates were going to be used to deliver medicines, essential medicines and blood.
You don't know what you're talking. You see, you're showing a certain level.
I don't know.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
I know. If you want to ask, and if you want to
the zip line,
yes, because
thing that was
those 150 or so medical facilities that were made to be part of the initial pilot had already been coordinated. Their geotag had already been done.
Okay.
You understand? So you see, you can draw politics into this,
and nobody's drawing politics into
and all of this.
I think that you should be
fair.
Somebody who is losing a relative this morning because they couldn't find an ambulance and they had to ride in a taxi would not be happy with these explanations. That's what I'm saying.
What is the explanation that I have given? I have given an explanation. The things were procured. We don't make these vehicles in this country. We don't make the equipment in this country. We have gone ahead and trained 495 emergency medical technicians to man the vehicles.
Okay.
And it's still, you're saying that government has not shown any commitment to ensuring that this happens.
I started this campaign here over 20 days ago. I had a chance to speak directly to the minister. And the first explanation he gave me was that we should hold on, hesitate. In fact, that was his word. And that if we rush for it, it will appear as if we have not had food in a long time and we are getting new food and we're scrambling for it. I have a tape, I could play it for you. And then subsequently he will say that the president, there will be a ceremony where the president will cut a tape to outdoor them because it's for. And I have the tape because I emceed the Orbis Flying Eye Hospital event at the airport and the minister was there and I spoke about it. Subsequently, we have heard that we don't have the full complement. We are installing trackers. We are training people. Today, 2,154 of them, EMT staff that we have. And we have 307. And they are parked there. I'm not happy.
But they've been trained.
I am not happy.
When passed out the training.
I am not happy.
So at what point were they going to man those vehicles?
Let Crystal take a bite and then you can come back.
So we have WhatsApp comments for this morning. First one. It's so sad when Akufo-Addo calls himself a lawyer, but he stands against freedom of speech. Kudos to Honorable Alhassan Suini from Osman Bukurisu in Tamale. Good morning, TV3. Congratulations on your award as Best Morning Show. We hope that we shall see more of those best things from your TV station, Melcom Dala in Wulensi. Sebastian Adongo says, good morning, TV3. Inform the health minister that pregnant women in Naga have to travel on tricycles about 38 kilometers to Kologo or Navrongo for medical care due to lack of midwives in their CHIPS compound. Wow. Politicizing the ambulance service is very, very dangerous. Must we wait for tracking devices to be installed before distributing? We already have paramedics in the system with the experience of using the equipment for more than 5 years now. So why the long wait? Even without the tracking devices, the control rooms that are at any point in time, they know the whereabouts of the ambulances in their jurisdiction. Ghana is sick. I'm Kofi Francis from Sefiri, Asafo, pardon me. This government is making communication work difficult to its communicators. For the past 1 month, I've observed that they haven't won any debates on this platform. Indeed, talk is cheap to this government. Hashtag we Ghanaians are watching. People are dying and we are talking about devices for what? That's from Mark Love in Dansoman. We already have over 130 ambulance stations with experienced paramedics. Why don't we share the ambulances to those stations for now in order to boost the emergency response system? This government is too vindictive. No objective journalists and other individuals are safe in Ghana today. Hashtag vote no. That's from King from Wa. And the last one this morning is are those things like tracking more important than human lives? Interesting questions.
Okay. Thank you, Crystal. So you need to take a bite on this one. Your side in Parliament, following our campaign start here, have also been calling for government to release the ambulances. You gave a 3-day ultimatum. It's long gone. It's been 2 weeks, right? or maybe around,
around
the
the
10, 11 days,
Yeah.
and nothing has happened. What do you say?
Well, Johnny, I think listening to you and also listening to the discussion that has ensued over the distribution of this ambulance, I've come to a firmer conclusion that indeed, sadly, we replace visionary leadership in this country with clueless and dishonest leadership. Visionary leadership
How many
replaced
ambulances do you procure?
with clueless
You had 52
and
ambulances.
dishonest leadership.
They are bringing
You see-
307.
You see,
How is
Johnny,
that visionless?
Johnny, Mark Love just sent a message and he says people are dying and you are talking about trackers. What perhaps he has not heard is that the minister, one of the excess number of ministers that we have, actually in response to a concern like Mark Love's concern, said that people already die.
Oh, come
That's
on.
how I come.
That's how I
Come
concern.
on,
She said
come
that, that people die.
Come on.
And that
That cannot be.
that is what she said, unless you are going to deny it for her.
But
the
well,
the
I
tape
haven't,
is there.
I haven't heard her say
Yeah,
that.
so
I
it
haven't
doesn't
heard
mean
her
she
say
didn't
that.
say that. The fact that you haven't,
but you
heard
haven't
it, just
provide-
go,
you haven't
just go
provided
and
any
check.
evidence
Just go
for
and
that.
check. You know, so she said that people already die. You see, Johnny, he says that yes, I mean they are bringing these ambulances. How many ambulances did we acquire? Health delivery in this country, Johnny, is not just about ambulances. It's much more. Do you understand? And that's why I said we replace visionary leadership with clueless and dishonest leadership. Clueless is demonstrated in the question, how many ambulances did you bring? As if bringing ambulances is the greatest need of our health service delivery in this country. Johnny, you had a leader who was constructing regional hospitals. And that is how come even in Greater Accra, we have the Ridge Hospital, which was supposed to take the load from Kolebu.
Right.
And you have the Dodowa Hospital, which was supposed to take care of patients from the Eastern Corridor. You also have the Kasua Hospital, which has been abandoned, by the way, which was also to take care of patients from the West. So that Kolebu and Ridge will not even have the stress that it currently has. Then you had the University of Ghana Hospital, and then you had the Bank of Ghana Hospital, and the Ports and Harbors Hospital. These are all just in Greater Accra, so that 37 and others can focus on special, health delivery. And these were hospitals that were constructed and in some cases refurbished, not without the equipments that will provide health delivery. And this was not just limited to Greater Accra. You went to Kumasi, you had some of these investments going on. You went to the Upper East, Upper West. You had these investments. In fact, recently the president went to cut short of, one of the hospitals and has also abandoned it after even cutting short, even though he inherited it. So you see, health delivery was tackled in a holistic manner. And I'll just share a story with you.
Quickly, we're wrapping
Modern
up.
Ghana, November 26, 2013. Offensive Emergency and Paramedic Training School begins training emergency medical technicians and drivers. Take note. The National Ambulance Service under the Ministry of Health has begun training emergency medical technicians and drivers in its Emergency and Paramedic Training School. The school, which is situated at Nkenkasu in the Offensive North District of the
Is it not the
Ashanti
same
region,
place that
is the
they're
first of its kind. Is the first of its kind in Ghana and West Africa sub-region. So I'm telling you about visionary leadership. So these graduates, it was deliberate for them to be taken through training. It was deliberate because you see, you were building the hospitals across, you were equipping the hospitals, and you were also going to talk about to cater for emergency. And so you needed to start the training in 2013. And so you see, when you come and then you do a populist thing of please
which
can I finish?
ambulances were
Please,
they
can I
going
finish?
to use to
Please,
start
when you come and do a populist thing
Please don't go
of
there.
just procuring ambulances and say you have
is
solved
that
the
a
health
populist
problem,
thing? So
then
it
you
was that
launch
populist.
drones
Why would
that we
you-
can't even find at huge cost to the taxpayer, and you think you are doing something about health. It is the cluelessness that I talk about. It is simply a lack of understanding
You have
of what is
given
required.
government an ultimatum to move the ambulances. They haven't moved
Our
the
ranking
ambulances.
member,
What
our
next?
ranking member on health, I know this morning is on his way from Tamale to Accra on this matter. And I believe that because he had to do some, other equally important assignments in that part of the country. I know when he arrives, it's one of the issues that he will be tackling with, other members of the health committee.
We hear you.
So you will hear from us.
Give TV3 New Day
Listen,
props
it's
because
rather-
even though the ambulances were parked in Parliament, the Parliament didn't ask a question about it on